Did you know that millions of Americans are slated to receive their next round of Social Security payments this Wednesday, July 16th, with checks averaging around $2,000? But here's the twist: not everyone will receive their deposit this week, and there's a groundbreaking new tax relief that could change everything for seniors across America. Are you one of the beneficiaries wondering when exactly your payment will arrive? Or are you curious about how the new beautiful bill might affect your tax situation? What if I told you that nearly 90% of Social Security beneficiaries will no longer pay federal income taxes on their benefits, providing what officials are calling historic relief for seniors? If you're finding this information valuable and want to stay updated on all the latest Social Security, SSDI, SSI, and veterans benefits news, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our weekly updates on payment schedules and benefit changes that could impact your financial future. Let's dive deep into what's happening with your July 2025 Social Security payments and these massive tax changes that everyone's talking about. The payment schedule for July has some specific dates that you need to know about, and depending on your birthday and benefit type, your money could be arriving at different times throughout the month. Understanding this schedule is crucial because it helps you plan your finances better and know exactly when to expect your funds. If you receive supplemental security income, you should receive your SSI payment on July 1st for your July payment, which means those funds have already been distributed to eligible recipients. However, the regular Social Security payments follow a different schedule entirely, and this is where your birth date becomes the determining factor for when you'll see your money hit your account. For those receiving regular Social Security benefits, Social Security disability benefits payments typically are on the second, third, and fourth Wednesday of the month, with birth dates usually determining payment dates. This means that if your birthday falls between the 1st and 10th of any month, you typically receive your payment on the second Wednesday. If your birthday is between the 11th and 20th, you'll receive your payment on the third Wednesday, and if your birthday falls between the 21st and 31st, your payment arrives on the fourth Wednesday of the month. The timing becomes even more important when you consider that if your payment date falls on a federal holiday or weekend, you can expect to receive that month's payment on the weekday immediately prior. This scheduling system ensures that beneficiaries receive their payments consistently and predictably, which is essential for those who rely on these funds for their daily living expenses. Now, let's talk about the revolutionary changes happening with Social Security taxes through what's being called the One Big Beautiful Bill. This legislation represents a significant shift in how Social Security benefits are taxed, and it's something that could directly impact your take-home benefits in ways you might not have expected. The Beautiful Bill introduces what's essentially a massive tax relief program for seniors. Under the One Big Beautiful Bill, the vast majority of senior citizens, 88% of all seniors who receive Social Security, will pay no tax on their Social Security benefits. This is a dramatic change from the previous system where up to 85% of Social Security benefits could be subject to federal income tax. But here's where it gets interesting: this isn't technically eliminating taxes on Social Security benefits entirely. Instead, taxpayers with up to $75,000 in modified adjusted gross income or up to $150,000 if married and filing jointly may receive the full deduction, with the deduction gradually phasing out for incomes above those thresholds. This means that middle-income seniors are positioned to benefit the most from these changes. The way this works is through an additional deduction that seniors can claim on their tax returns. The bill passed by Congress extends tax cuts from Trump's first term and adds a $6,000 bonus deduction for older adults. This bonus deduction is specifically designed to offset the tax burden that many seniors face on their Social Security benefits, making it so that the vast majority won't owe any federal income tax on these payments. However, there's a crucial timeline element that beneficiaries need to understand. As of now, the tax break is officially scheduled to remain in effect only from 2025 through 2028, meaning the final year seniors can claim this deduction is for the 2028 tax year, filed in early 2029. Unless Congress passes an extension or enacts new legislation to make the deduction permanent, this relief would expire after the 2028 tax year. For SSDI recipients, the payment schedule follows the same pattern as regular Social Security benefits, but there are some nuances worth understanding. SSDI payments are distributed based on the same birthday-based system, but recipients need to be aware that their payment dates align with the regular Social Security schedule. This consistency helps ensure that both SSDI and traditional Social Security recipients can plan their monthly budgets around predictable payment dates. The tax implications for SSDI recipients under the beautiful bill are essentially the same as for regular Social Security beneficiaries. The additional deduction applies to all Social Security benefits, including disability benefits, which means that SSDI recipients who fall within the income thresholds will also benefit from this tax relief. SSI recipients have a different payment schedule entirely, and this is important to understand because SSI payments typically arrive on the first of each month. However, if you received Social Security before May 1997 or are receiving both Social Security SSI, Social Security is paid on the 3rd and SSI on the 1st. This dual payment system can be confusing, but it's designed to ensure that the most vulnerable beneficiaries receive their SSI payments as early as possible each month. Veterans' benefits operate on their own schedule, and while they're not directly affected by the Social Security payment calendar, many veterans receive both VA benefits and Social Security benefits. The beautiful bill's tax relief can apply to Social Security benefits that veterans receive, but it doesn't directly impact VA disability compensation or pension payments, which are generally not subject to federal income tax anyway. The practical implications of these changes are significant for financial planning. If you're a senior who previously had to pay taxes on your Social Security benefits, this new deduction could mean hundreds or even thousands of dollars in additional money staying in your pocket each year. For someone receiving the average Social Security payment, this tax relief could represent a meaningful increase in their effective benefit amount. Looking at the broader picture, these changes represent a recognition that many seniors are struggling with the cost of living and that taxing Social Security benefits was creating an additional burden on people who had already paid into the system throughout their working years. The beautiful bill's approach of providing a deduction rather than completely eliminating taxes allows for a more targeted approach that primarily benefits middle and lower income seniors. For those planning their finances around these changes, it's important to understand that the tax relief is not automatic. Seniors will need to claim the additional deduction on their tax returns, which means working with a tax professional or using tax software that's updated to reflect these new provisions. The deduction phases out at higher income levels, so higher income seniors may not receive the full benefit or any benefit at all from this provision. As we move through July 2025, these payment schedules and tax changes represent both immediate practical benefits and longer-term financial planning considerations. The predictable payment schedule helps ensure that beneficiaries can count on their funds arriving when expected, while the tax relief provides additional financial breathing room for millions of American seniors. The combination of reliable payment schedules and significant tax relief creates a more favorable environment for Social Security beneficiaries than we've seen in years. Whether you're receiving SSDI, SSI, regular Social Security benefits, or veterans' benefits alongside Social Security, understanding these schedules and tax implications can help you make better financial decisions and maximize the benefits you've earned through your years of work and service to our country.